Hello, all of you wonderful people, and welcome back to the Cup Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you having a fantastic day on this transfer deadline day stream, if you want to call it that. Of course, we will have the later stream later on at 9 o'clock. But yes, as you can see by the thumbnail and the title, there's a load of you in the chat right now as well. And big thank you to each and every single one of you as well. But yeah, hello, of course, Arthur from Juventus, Arthur Melo. Anyway, but we all know him as Arthur, of course, has agreed to join Liverpool Football Club from Juventus on a season-long loan deal. The deal, of course, will contain, of course, a loan fee. Reportedly, it's around £2 or £3 million loan fee at the minute, and of course, we'll have all the news to bring you guys as well. But yes, Liverpool making a midfield signing like we've wanted all summer long. But of course, we've wanted it to be someone else. To be honest with you, I know that all of myself and you guys have wanted it to be someone else, and it is Arthur Melo from Juventus as well, formerly of Barcelona as well. But guys, let me know how you're feeling in the chat down below. Let me know, because I've seen a couple of you guys already commenting as well, your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below about Arthur. And I think, look, some of them are justified, but I think others as well have been a bit crazy as well, to be awfully honest with you. Jackson, so Anfield Road TV, saying good fodder being real though. This shows our ambition in the market screams Quebec 2.0. Yeah, I fully agree. It is a massive stopgap. Let's not get that twisted. It's 100% stopgap. Arthur is for this season and this season only, I would say, personally. But again, you don't know, do you? Because of course, he could have a phenomenal season and then Liverpool might pick him up as well. I think Arthur's only 26 at the minute of it at the moment. So again, has time to prove himself at Liverpool for the season, but again, it does massively scream out Quebec 2.0. Anyway, but let me quickly scroll back up because the chat is going mental at the minute anyway. But Henry's in. Hello, Henry, saying hi, Connor, and hi, Jack, as well. Jazz is in as well, saying afternoon Reds as well. And he's saying hi to Jazz. Jazz says hi, apparently. He said yes as soon as LFC rang. Yes, Liverpool did ring the representatives of Arthur last night after the game, supposedly, and he was accepted pretty much straight away. As far as we know. Of course, we'll go a little bit more into detail about that anyway. And Brian says afternoon as well. I will read all of your chats down below anyway, so keep them coming, guys, as well. And if you're new around here as well, viewing this for the first time, then please feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe as well. It's very much appreciated. And hit that follow button. Follow button. I say follow button. Of course, the notification bell as well, and share out the stream as well. But yes, Arthur Melo as well from Juventus. Of course, Fabrizio Romano this morning tweeting out, of course, him and Luca Di Marzio as well, also tweeting out the news as well. Liverpool are closing in on a deal to sign Arthur Melo from Juventus. Full agreement on salary. Work now in progress for medical later today, as per Di Marzio. Clubs discussing final details in order to get the done deal. And then, of course, about an hour ago, Fabrizio Romano tweeting again, saying Arthur Melo to Liverpool. Here we go. Contracts are now ready to be signed once medical will be completed in the afternoon. Already booked. Arthur is flying to the UK right now. Loan deal valid until June 2023. No buy option as well, which of course is a good sign for Liverpool. Of course, there's no obligation to buy there or so on. So again, good negotiations from Liverpool. If he works out, then fair enough. I think Liverpool might buy him next season, or potentially buy him. But then again, if he doesn't work out, send him back to Juventus, and then that's a job given. And I think, look, of course, we've mentioned stopgaps. He is a stopgap. That's not beat around the bush. And I think, again, the news breaking last night of Jordan Henderson hamstring injury, a couple of you guys mentioned it on the stream as well last night. I didn't see anything at that time, but again, it was when I looked a bit more into it after the stream, I did find out that Jordan Henderson is supposedly a bad hamstring injury. And it could be, again, similar to Thiago, where it could be 4 to 6 weeks, or it could be a bit longer as well. Of course, the scan is today as well, so we'll know tomorrow in Jurgen's press conference whether or not it will be, whether or not it will be a further injury, delayed or so on. And so forth as well. But again, it is a stopgap. And look, if you had said to me, look, Liverpool are going after Arthur back in 1920, I think Arthur had that phenomenal season for Barcelona. I think pretty much I think everyone would have been excited, but he has been so riddled with injuries over the last couple of weeks as well. Anyway, but I will get on to all of that news as well, because Neil Jones has had his say about it as well, and a couple of Juventus supporters have had their say as well. I'm fine, Tajak as well, all good. Jack, hi, Henry as well. Brian, hello, Brian says hi, Connor as well. He's a good player for Juventus when he's fit. He's one of Juventus' best midfielders, can pass the ball and can dribble as well. I've seen plenty of people, already pointing it towards a Thiago style deal, where, of course, Arthur has similar attributes to Thiago. Of course, not on the level of Thiago, but has some of it as in. But again, we'll see. We'll talk all about that in a minute. Anyway, lad, listen to this. Con Everton was offered him last month and turned him down. Talk about scraping the barrel as well. It's bloody not good, is it? It's bloody not good if that is true as well. But let me quickly go a bit further down as well. Let me quickly. If there is anyone that would like to come on, as Jack said, is there a link to join Con? There will be a link. I will put it in the chat down below. There we go. Right, so there is a link now in the chat if you do want to join and have your say about Arthur Melo as well. So Jack, if you want to, let me quickly send it to Jack on Twitter as well, because Jack's always, he says send it onto Twitter, because that's the best way for Makendo to join the stream as well. But yeah, if anyone wants to join and have your quick say about Arthur Melo as well, because of course we'll have this stream, and then we're going to have a transfer deadline stream then at 9 o'clock tonight as well. So again, plenty of content on the channel tonight, and of course we'll hopefully speak a little bit more about of course the win last night, which of course was absolutely amazing as well. Anyway, but yeah, that was quick. That was quick. And he's on mute. That's a classic Makendo mistake. You knew that was going to happen.
That's all right. I've been out today, boys and girls. Actually went for an interview, didn't I? So hopefully I get that. Thank God they don't have a microphone, so I won't be able to mute myself.
Permanent mute button. No, but your thoughts on Arthur? I think, look, it's very much a stopgap, isn't it? And again, I think reading a little bit about it, it's a £3 million loan fee, I think, at the minute that's been spoken about. Do you think it's the right move to go for, or do you think it's, there's other players that Liverpool could have gone for, especially with the last day and Jordan Henderson getting injured last night?
It depends, and we've been listening to Jurgen Klopp on Amazing Chat over the last couple of weeks. It's like, who's available? And transfer deadline day, unless you offer a crazy amount of money to a club where an offer is, it's literally the club were oh no, there's no way we can turn that down. Anyway, similar with Ajax with Anthony, the fact that United have offered 80 or 86 million for him, there's no way Ajax are turning that down. Their revenue is 10 million. But yeah, I've not seen a lot of him, mate. I think he's been injured, hasn't
he? Good fodder on FIFA.
good fodder, good 83 rated card. No, but as I said, mate, I'm hoping he's half decent. But we'll find out if he sinks or swims in the Prem. But
well, Neil Jones has had his say, because of course I think Juventus fans were saying that he has been injured for the entire season so far.
Oh, great! A new midfielder and injuries, nice.
But Neil Jones said, told Arthur Melo is fit to play despite suggestions of an injury, not match fit, of course, having not featured for Juventus so far this season. Jordan Henderson to undergo a scan today, but it looks like a couple of weeks at least on the sidelines as well for Hendo, which again is not great news. I think that's now the sixth hamstring injury so far this season for a Liverpool player, which is outrageous as well. But the fact that he hasn't played this season, I think, is massively worrying. And I'm going to quickly get up his injury record as well for you guys. I'll make that big screen for you guys if it will let me. It's going to let me. There we go. It is as well. But you look at the last season, and of course this season as well. Starting from 21-22, he had surgery that kept him out for 77 days, which was 8 games missed. He had COVID, and then of course missed no games for Juventus. Injured his ankle, which kept him out for 3 games. Unknown injury, the 12 days that kept him out for.
That's the Naby case, that one.
They kept him for 2 games, and then of course the ankle problem that supposedly has meant to kept him out of the last few games, which it says 1 game missed, but when I checked it is 2 games that Arthur has missed so far this season for Juventus. So again, Liverpool are signing a injury-prone midfielder once again, and I've got that back up for you guys as well. But yeah, I just think that obviously Douglas Luiz was also a guy that's also been mentioned today. I've seen Dave mention it quite a lot on Twitter. And I've seen a couple of people on Sky Sports mention that Liverpool are still in the race for Douglas Luiz. I think Arsenal and Atletico Madrid being spoken about in that type of deal anyway. But Jack, do you think that any other type of midfielder could be coming in the door? Or do you think this is it?
I think that's it, mate. But I'd be very surprised. And for me, if you're Jurgen Klopp as well, spoke to Conor about this week as well, it just screams off camera. It screams desperation to me, mate. And the fact that Liverpool Football Club, for how big we are and how good we've had our transfers in the past, you're telling me Jurgen Klopp wouldn't have wanted a player in 2-3 weeks ago so we could get him settled and integrated into the team? It's last bargain basement in it. It's like Black Friday really, in terms of getting your last day deals, and you're left with the bottom of the barrel really. I
think you said it perfectly. It is exactly like Kabak and Davies yet again for Liverpool. And don't get me wrong, it is low risk, high reward in some sense. But in another sense, where I think we've spoken about this, over the last week, especially with the fact that Liverpool, obviously now without Jordan Henderson, we're going to talk about the derby on tomorrow's show, and you look at it now, and you have Fabinho, Harvey Elliott, and you're probably going to have to start James Milner in a derby, which is again isn't good enough. I don't. Of course, Arthur Melo, he won't start tomorrow or on Saturday. There's no chance of that. And again, if you listen to what Neil Jones said as well, I think he's on Redmen at the minute as well, speaking about it. But he's saying that of course he's not match fit at the minute, which again is a massive concern. But yeah, I've seen plenty of people mention Yuri Tillemans as well, which for me I've said no all summer long. But again, Prem proven match fitness, it's there if you're going to sign a stopgap. But
yeah, I'm surprised Forest haven't got him, mate, on chance. That the money they've been spending, like 19-25 million. Yeah, you can talk about bargains, really, boys. He said, mate, we're desperate at the minute, and I've seen people going on Twitter, Liverpool fans have been complaining, and we've actually got one in, but yeah, we're complaining because it's not the quality desired by Liverpool Football Club. We've been here, done that last season, and I don't know if this is... It's the fact that the owners were in at Liverpool, mate. Something's happened internally that we've not found out, and someone's been thrown. I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping Jurgen Klopp has absolutely roared at them, quite rightly so, because he's trying. Like last night, even he's going to be running out of excuses. I
think personally they have to come out after this window, or a couple of days afterwards, and say there's a pre-agreed contract for someone, like for longer term, or there must be some sort of deal agreed in the next,
doesn't seem like no strategy to me, Con.
Yeah.
Not interesting, I don't know.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think it's obviously Jurgen spoke about it not yesterday, sorry, on Tuesday, talking about, of course, he had Tuchemeni that he wanted, of course, went to another club. Obviously, Bruno Guimaraes yesterday, Melissa Reddy come out and said Liverpool were planning to go after him. He was the plan B for Tuchemeni. But surely there's someone else out there that we've wanted from Tuchemeni till now.
Well, even if, sorry, Declan, even if Bruno was our second choice, mate, why did he go to Newcastle? You're telling me Liverpool coming forward, what, 40, 50 odd million for Bruno before he went to Newcastle? That's really embarrassing for me, mate. Yeah. You're telling me a player chose over Newcastle, over Liverpool, Newcastle United.
Time wasting. As we say, your TikTok blew up with Newcastle support.
Oh yeah, chat. If you got a second a day, just go and check my TikTok and just bask in the tears of Newcastle fans crying their eyes out.
Yeah, it was pretty funny when I read it.
You can't handle the truth. Basically.
I loved it when I was looking at it this morning anyway. But agreed, Jazz, as well as probably the icing on the cake with out injury Jazz as well. Hi Dave as well, says Henry. Yo, big up everyone. Hello Ravi, hopefully on a fantastic day. We need another signing, says Dave. Yeah, I would agree. But then who's out there? Jude Bellingham. Wait, what? That's not happening, of course. I agree, Dave. Could do with another player as well. Well, again, if Fabinho gets injured now, for example, against the Ev, we have no holding midfielders at the club that's not injured.
It's all right. We've loaned out Tyler Morton as well, so not like you can play him anyway.
I think the weirdest transfer that I was going to mention later on is Owen Beck's transfer. He cancelled his Portuguese side's loan deal to go to Bolton.
I think that makes sense. Haven't we already got another Liverpool player in Bolton?
Yes, Connor Bradley.
Yeah, and got a couple of the mates that support Bolton and they've been really impressed. So I think he's been getting quite a lot of game time as well, Owen Beck. So hopefully we can have a bit of a deal going on there because they're a good team, aren't they, mate? They play nice attacking football, Bolton.
Well,
and
they nearly shocked Aston Villa in the cup last week.
Yeah.
So, pretty decent to be fair. Big up Connor. How's it going? Going good. Thank you, Panav, as well. Again, Liverpool signing a midfielder. Of course, not the midfielder that we wanted, but again, there is a player in the door. Anyway, Jack has his Newcastle jersey on. Secret supporter. The Ev and the Newcastle. Anyway, but no, we have good friends at Newcastle, and to be fair, they were infuriated last night.
They our mates, our close mates. We wound them up anyway.
They were absolutely mad. But look, it was deserved. They time wasted from minute one. Did you see the news about Pogba? Yeah, I've seen that. But again,
hopefully everything gets sorted. It's bloody horrible what's happened.
Big up Jack Ladd as well, afternoon Henry as well. And yeah, the Paul Pogba stuff, it's mental, the stuff that's being reported.
Scary really, how like gangs and all that, but
yeah, well, again, it's like the Aubameyang stuff. I don't know. As well, of course, he's getting this move to Chelsea as things stand as well. Alan Zinn saying, "I'm happy to have him. Let's all give him a chance." People, 100%, absolutely 100%. But again, at the minute when we're looking at it, he's not 100% fit. He's going to take time to gel in with the team. You know, he's not available from minute one. What Liverpool needs right now.
Yeah, Chad, Con, do you know what type of player he is? I know he's a central midfielder, but what type of midfielder? Is he a player that plays between the lines, or like is he a destroyer?
He's a
defensive midfielder first.
He's a defensive midfielder, but he likes to. He's a very passive midfielder. And looking from what I've seen a little bit, he does. Do you like how Thiago sits back a little bit deeper and just passes it in between the lines? I think that's a little bit what Arthur can do as well. But I think he's a little less progressive with the ball as well. But he majorly plays, like from looking at it, he's majorly played as a 6 instead of an 8. So whether that means
that's what we need as well, yeah.
I'm not sure, to be honest. He's going to be back up to Heritage at this point as well. Maybe Rob. How does a loan help us long term? It doesn't, but again, short term, there's no risk is there with a loan, and of course no buy option as well. To be fair,
it's the fact that the arrogance from the football club from Liverpool going, they must have a signed as you said, Con, pre-agreement, but everyone's going, oh, it could be Bellingham. Who's to say Bellingham's going to come to Liverpool? Or any of these players are going to come to Liverpool?
Yeah.
Like, if I was Salah or any of the players, I'd be fuming, mate. Lack of ambition in the window. Well, not just tonight, but the whole window and the whole summer, really.
Yeah, 100%. Agree with you on that. Pano happy to have him. If he plays, happy to have anyone at the moment. To be fair, Michael Edwards seeing this train wreck window coming. Well, we talked about it. I think we spoke about it on Jack's show. Liverpool haven't signed a midfielder. Okay, we signed Thiago, but since then, we didn't sign anyone since Naby Keita. Back longer than 5 years ago now. You're going back 6 years now? I think 2018. Was it 2018? Yeah. So
did Juve buy Arthur? Did Juve buy Arthur for like 60 odd million or something?
It was a swap deal, wasn't it, for Pjanic? Was it?
Yeah. Money laundering, that is.
Yeah. Arthur has not played for Juventus. Nope, he hasn't. Don't need another. As well, Tielemans and Douglas Luiz are moving today, Jack. Much better options. Just the club don't want to spend all eggs in the Bellingham basket next season. But it better come off. This is the problem. If Jude Bellingham goes to Real Madrid or Manchester City, for example,
something screaming at me, something in the back of my mind. The fact that they've got a Kanji, is it a Kanji or the centre half in Dortmund? They've bought Haaland, so they've got a good partnership with Dortmund, haven't they? So
we have Klopp with Dortmund, and that's it. Have we bought it? Well, have we bought someone from Dortmund recently? I'm trying to think.
No, last player to go from Liverpool to Dortmund was Emre Can, wasn't it?
No, because he joined it was Juventus to Dortmund.
Oh yeah, he went Juve and then yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the only link in terms of that way, which is just ridiculous as well. Says Rob. Yeah, I agree. As well, if we are going full on Jude Bellingham, and again, if he signs for Real Madrid, Manchester City, again, something needs to be looked at internally with the squad. And again, we've praised Julian Ward for the summer that he's had so far. But again, I think we have to openly criticise him as well when we think he's done wrong. I think this is a massive wrong. Not just him, of course. There's, of course, Michael Edwards. Not Michael Edwards, sorry. Of course, John Henry. He's obviously the one that they're trying to get funds off and so on. And again, like Jack said, if that meeting that happened on Friday and Saturday, and they've come up with this conclusion, then it's shocking, because on yesterday, like Jurgen said, and I think he did it after the press, after of course like the big paper talk as well, speaking about they didn't feel like there was anyone out there that was the Champions League level capacity to what Liverpool needed. Is Arthur that player? I don't know, to be awfully honest. And again, I haven't seen much of Arthur. I've only seen clips and bits and bobs, but again, I haven't watched a full 90 minutes of Arthur play a game of football altogether, if I'm being perfectly honest.
We're still going to chat. Yeah, just delete Twitter in general, chat as well. I would have long deleted my Twitter a very long time ago if it didn't have a YouTube channel. I only use it to post my videos and then I'll log off.
Fair enough, Brian, as well. Let me quickly go back up because there's a load of more chats after there. And big thank you as well to everyone tuning in as well. I didn't think those people would be coming, but again, people are wanting transfer news on transfer deadline day as well. But again, we will be live at 9 o'clock talking about everything. And of course, we'll talk as soon as the breaking news of Arthur actually completing his deal to Liverpool, we'll be live for that as well. But afternoon, says Chris as well. Fair enough, Brian. I'd rather have Tielemans all day long, though. I don't know who to believe. People saying Arthur Melo is injury prone, but some people are saying he isn't. Anyway, welcome to Liverpool. From what I've seen of him, he looks decent, says Chris as well.
Is Nuri Sahin still available to get on loan?
What a deal that was.
That draws parallels with that transfer, mate. The fact that we brought him in, like.
I think he plays in the Turkish second division now. I think.
Does he?
I could be wrong with that. He might be retired. I think that was the last time I think of it anyway. Take a punt on Gallagher as well. Yeah, I think 35, 40
I'd be all over that. Even if we've got 35, 40 million in our pocket, And Gallagher's not a poor midfielder, is he?
No.
Like,
just needs the right manager to believe in it. Like Thomas Tuchel at the minute, I think because obviously now that centre half is not coming to Chelsea. If Aubameyang doesn't work, I think Thomas Tuchel's in real trouble. Especially the way Chelsea are actually performing at the minute. I made up, we've loaned out Morton. I can imagine Klopp in a presser saying he's our backup to Fabinho as well. But if we wanted Tielemans, we would have gone and got him, I'm surely cheap and available, just my view anyway, as well. I think he's speaking to Rob on that one as well. Chris saying Arthur was good at Barcelona, but unpopular at Juventus. But you look at Juventus. Juventus have had so many midfielders over the last 3-4 years. It's unbelievable. If Bellingham goes to City, I'm deleting the internet. Said Brian. Absolutely, right, Brian. I'm with you, mate. This season so far has pushed me so close to deleting Twitter as well. Yeah, I do you know what?
I don't even want to go on Twitter combo because of the YouTube we have.
I've had to today, but recently I've been listening to Twitter Spaces a lot more, and do you know what? There's some opinions on some people. Oh my god! I'm under what's the name of everyone deserves their own opinion and so on, but some of their opinions is so stupid. I seen something yesterday or listening to someone where they were like, oh yeah, Liverpool haven't invested money into the team for the last 5 years, and I'm like, shut up, just shut up, we spent money.
And all
Yeah, it's so stupid. Let me quickly go back up. Is Tielemans wasting his talent at Leicester? Would he improve if he moves to top 6 team? I don't know. I think he's lazy personally. I think
his attitude stinks, doesn't it? We've mate Hans. Massive Leicester fan, anyways, on YouTube as well. Give him a follow. But yeah, speaking to him, especially over the last 2 years, he's one of those players that his attitude absolutely stinks. And if he was a sound fella, and that's a massive point in a chat as well, and Con, yeah, again, as good as most importantly, the quality's got to be there, but you've got to be the right characteristics as well. Not a player that's going to upset the apple cart, really. And by all accounts, Tielemans is one of those players, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me quickly check something because there is something going on about Costas. Oh, that's a load of shite. Never mind. Yeah, there's no way that's true. Never mind. There were some reports going on about Costas as part of the deal for Arthur. There's no chance in that. Absolutely not. Anyway, Sahin is a manager in Turkey now. I thought, is he really?
Bloody hell. Must be wanting that Turkish air transplant or something.
Fair enough. Sahin laces his boots up at 87 years of age as well. Marcelo has gone to Leicester. Yeah, he has gone to Leicester at the minute.
Has he? The Real Madrid Marcelo?
Yeah. Fabrizio Romano tweeted it. Because I think Fabrizio Romano's doing a Twitch stream right now, and he said, give me time. This is happening. Or something like that, and nothing's been confirmed yet by anyone, but it does look like he's going to Leicester. But then again, he can literally sign for Leicester tomorrow. He's a free agent, isn't he? So he can do whatever he wants. City are loading with players that are basically bench warmers about Real Madrid, thinking of Modric replacement. So time will tell who Bellingham picks as well. Again, look, I won't speak about Jude Bellingham on this. I'd love to speak about the whole situation and so on, but again, Madrid and us are going to be the ones that are going to be fighting it out.
And City as well. Kevin De Bruyne as well, 30 now. City's midfield is very old, very compared to Liverpool in terms of the age range.
I don't think they're going after Bellingham. I think Barella is a huge one for City. Unfortunately, I think Pep Guardiola. It's just his passing range, and obviously me and you know, especially because Barella's amazing, isn't he? I think he'd do wonders in a City team. But I think more so they're going to go after Barella. But again, they could go after Jude. They've got the money for it as well. No way, says Brian as well. How old is Marcelo? I think he's 36.
20. Oh, the left back?
Yeah.
He's 36, 37, isn't he?
Yeah. I think you're going to say Arthur. Arthur's 26, if anyone wants to know.
Yeah. So many people call Marcelo here, Christ.
It's the Melo. Felipe Melo. Do you remember him? I keep on thinking of
Oh yeah,
Felipe Melo.
that's when I seen that. I was like, hang on, it said Melo, and I'm like, mate, he's at 50.
Yeah,
And I was like, Felipe Melo.
I was like Felipe Melo, and then when I read it properly, it was like Arthur. Just call him Arthur. There we go. He isn't a young Brian as well. Yeah, I think he's 36, 37. Anyway, Marcelo is anyway. Good experience, like, to bring into that Leicester side. But again, if you listen to all the rumours of Brendan Rodgers supposedly meant to be getting sacked at the minute, again, you don't know, do you? Anyway, but before we do head off anyway, because don't want this to be a long stream anyway, because we'll have the long stream later on in the night anyway, and of course we'll bring the news straight away when the deal is done, because reportedly Arthur is half an hour away from getting to Liverpool. I'm checking on Twitter right now because people are tracking his plane as things stand. So you can definitely tell us transfer deadline day anyway. But just to bring all the news to you anyway, of course, this morning, Fabrizio Romano saying Liverpool are closing on a deal to sign Arthur from Juventus, full agreement on salary. And of course, obviously all the details had to get sorted. And then about an hour and a half ago, Fabrizio Romano tweeting again saying Arthur Melo to Liverpool, here we go. Contracts are now ready to be signed once medical will be completed in the afternoon. Of course, already flying to the UK, and the loan deal is until June 2023. And then Neil Jones are then, of course, reporting on, of course, all the injury news and all the reports coming out saying he wasn't fit and so on. But Neil Jones saying that he is fit to play despite suggestions of injury. Not much fit, of course, having not featured for Juventus so far this season. But Jordan Henderson as well will have a scan on his hamstring injury. And of course, as we suspect, he's going to be out for the next couple of weeks, at least anyway. But guys, let me know your thoughts on, I keep on saying Felipe Melo, bloody hell, Arthur Melo, anyway, in the chat down below. Anyway, but let's get a few more of your comments. Anyway, Liverpool are shopping at Neto as well.
Oh, great signing him. I'd love to get Neto.
From Bournemouth. That's where he's gone.
No, not him. Neto, Pedro Neto.
I know Pedro Neto.
The Wolves.
Cheers, lads, as well. Says Brian as well. And Marcelo and Milner cut the run, for God's sake. Like that's going to be one hell of a game. Like Marcelo and James Milner playing against one another in the Premier League in their primes.
Anyway. Burnley have won, Con and chat. After you've finished watching this, go on Twitter on Burnley. Burnley, whoever
they are the best at that.
Their social media team, Liverpool need to get on them and hire them. Because they are hilarious. They've got so good at editing stuff. They've done something off like The Shine and all sorting now, and it's absolutely madness. Go and check Burnley's announcement videos this window. They are quality.
They are the best. They've done, to be fair, they have done it all summer long as well. So do you know what? Fair play to them. As well, and look, it is a real laugh as well. But let me just quickly check something. No, that's just obviously. I think Douglas Luiz is on his way to Arsenal. I think as things stand at the moment, anyway. But chat, we will be back live at 9 o'clock. Anyway, for the transfer deadline stream as well, and of course we'll be live if there is news beforehand as well about, of course, Arthur Melo as well. Anyway, but Jack, thank you for coming on. Have you got anything else to say about Arthur or just the transfer deadline day itself? Finally, after today, it's done and dusted. We can actually think about football instead of transfers for now on.
It's all right. We'll have a team, but we'll have no midfield left at this rate. Up to Reds. Julian Ward, nice one, fella. But yeah, nice one for having me on, Con, as well. Yeah.
It's a pleasure, man. But yeah, guys, again, like I said, we'll be live at 9.
Yeah. Up to Jay Spearing as well. Get him in our midfield. World-class midfielder.
I swear, if Arthur takes the number 10 shirt, we haven't spoken about that.
Oh no. It's all right. Give him the number 8.
Sack Naby. No, of course. But again, Jesus Christ, if he takes the number 10 shirt, I'm going to cry. But yeah, guys, again, we'll be live as soon as the announcement is officially confirmed. Anyway, of course, he still has his medical to complete. But in terms of, what have you just seen?
Hang on. Did you see that before, chat, just before we head up? I don't know how accurate this is, but did you see that tweet from Costas? Apparently, Liverpool offered him. That can't be true, that.
No, it's
no
not
way.
True.
Yeah, it's not going to.
That'd be so stupid if that was to happen. Then
I'd drive down there right now.
sack Julian Ward.
I'd drive down to it's not even Melwood. I'd drive down to Kirby. It's an extra 20 minutes, and it's on the air. I'd have to jump the train.
But yeah, guys, big thank you to each and every single one of you anyway. Of course, Liverpool set to sign Arthur from Juventus on a season-long loan anyway. £3 million loan fee is being talked about at the minute. But of course, we'll know all the details once it is officially confirmed as well. But he still has his medical to do. There is still 7 hours and 21 minutes left of the transfer window because, I've got Sky Sports on in the background. Anyway, but guys, hopefully we'll see you all later on. As well, and fingers crossed we'll have the news that Arthur will be officially a Liverpool player. But until then, guys, I've been Connor from the Cup Council. I'll see you then. Ta-ra.
See you.